exciting. It was kind of, it was just exciting just to win. You know, we knew what we had to do in order to win that game, and felt real confident about playing at home. And playing at home this year so far, we've done well. So just winning that game is just, it's unspeakable, really. I really don't know what I felt, but it was a great feeling, you know. I think that we've played up and down, you know, too much, and that's something that we're working on changing, playing 40 minutes for the entire game, every game. I think we still got a lot left in the tank. Like I said, we've played a lot of up and down basketball to this point, and we just got to show up some things, and I think we'll be really good leading into March, you know, when it really counts, when teams need to hit their peak. I just think that like I said, I just think that we need to play 40 minutes from here on out and just see what happens, you know. If we play 40 minutes, we're good enough to play with any team in this league, anybody that we may face. So we just got to play for the whole game and see where it takes us. It's very fun. It's very challenging. You got to stay on top of your game. You got to come ready to play every night, or you will get embarrassed. You know, Coach reminds us of that all the time. But I've been here long enough to know that if you don't work on your game and you don't do the necessary things to be successful, then it'll show when you play, because you're playing against guys and on 13 or 12 other teams that really work hard throughout the year and come to play every night. So you gotta bring your A game. This is a very tough conference. I think we got a couple big wins at home early in the year. Canisius was a big win here. Our very first game of the year, that was a nice one here. And I just think that gave our guys some confidence to play at home. And this place is one of a kind to me, you know. Playing in the Raleigh Center is different than, I've been in some pretty hostile places, and it's tough to play here, you know. So our fans make it that way. I think the court itself, the Raleigh Center itself, is set up to be kind of a tough place to play, and our fans make it that much harder to play here. So it's a great place here to play at home. It's a great advantage for us. I like to first do it right myself, so there's sometimes where I mess up plays and I forget things that I shouldn't, and Coach is always reminding me. He gets a little, you know, upset with me about it, and it's warranted, because I'm a 6-year guy and I'm supposed to know everything that's going on. So I start by trying to be on top of my game, you know, knowing what I'm supposed to do, because I can't tell somebody else, hey, you're supposed to do this instead of that, if I don't really know what I'm doing myself, you know. So I just try to help guys out with the system. It's the hardest adjustment when you come here as a freshman or a transfer, is learning all the plays and things like that. So I just try to help guys out with the plays and anything that I can, like off the court, any questions that they have about the coaches, about about study hall, anything like that, you know. Just anything, just being like a big brother to those guys who need the guidance when they first get here. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To me, it's I am 24. You know, a lot of people look at that as I guess in a joking manner. You know, Schmidt reminds me all the time, but I think 24 is very, very young still, and it is giving me a chance to gain a lot of experience, and it's put me in a good situation, you know. So I've been here for a while, but the road to get to where I am right now has been kind of rough. So that explains why I'm 24 and still at Bonaventure. But well, basically, it was just a huge bump in the road. I found out actually the day before I graduated high school that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I had to obviously go and see doctors and everything like that and get checked up, and had to go through the whole chemotherapy thing. And it was real rough on my mom at the time and my family and stuff like that. But I knew that I had to stay positive and, you know, be upbeat about it, even though sometimes I would feel sick or I would feel like tired. Like, my mom would ask me how I was doing, and I would just, hey, I'm doing fine, like, don't worry about it, like, just to keep her you know, in good spirits, because it hurt her more than it hurt me, you know, and I was the one going through it. So it was a big bump in the road, and that's made me a stronger person and helped me become a man, you know, realize the things that I shouldn't take for granted in everyday life, you know, practicing, going to class, like, because I missed out on all of that when I was at home, you know, and something like that happens in your life really puts everything into perspective. So you really become more appreciative of everything you have after you go through something like that.
Do you think that experience helped you when you ruptured your Achilles then?
Yeah, for sure, because it was just another bump in the road. It was just another thing that happened to me that I had to deal with and move on. And I could have did two things. I could have sat and said, oh, why me, and cried and complained about it, or I could have dealt with it and moved on. And that's what I chose to do, and that's why I'm here now. I think that whole situation just helped develop more character and more fight in me than I already had, you know, like I was already a fighter, and I just think that those things made it, like, it just sharpened it up a little bit for me, so. That definitely helped me get my feet wet with some radio things that I didn't know, you know. Figured how they actually record shows and things like that in advance when there's no one actually on the radio. Like, it was a bunch of cool things I learned there with Gary and everybody at the radio station, the Peg radio station. They're great people over there. I think that has helped me. Like I said, it just helped me learn a few small things that I might need to know, like being at a radio station. Like, I didn't know how to turn the mic on when I first got there, or, you know, like that you had to talk away from the mic and all the different buttons. It's just like it's a bunch of stuff that you can learn in there, like that I learned at the radio station while I was working there. So, and I'm still kind of working there now, finishing up my internship. So that'll be very helpful in the future, I'm sure. Like you said, I want to play somewhere after college is over. You know, once I get my degree, I want to have a chance to play overseas somewhere, like wherever that will be. I don't know. But after that, I really kind of just want to. I just kind of want to get a job that's somewhat around the game of basketball, or something to do with basketball. It might not be directly being a coach or something like that, but I want to do something that's kind of interesting that still sticks around basketball. Like, I don't really know what that is right now, but I kind of want to do something concerning basketball. It doesn't have to be directly with the game, but I want to do something that stays around the game, you know, so I stay up on the game even after I'm done playing. It would easily be winning the Atlantic 10. That was just a great year. Like, even though I tore my Achilles in the beginning of the year and I wasn't able to play, it was just a great ride, you know. Like, something was special about that year. We knew that when we beat St. Joe's here and we were down by, I don't know, 7 or 8 points with less than a minute left, and we came back and beat those guys. It was just a special time. And even though I wasn't able to play, I learned a lot that year, you know, watching those guys battle adversity. You know, we lost to Arkansas State here at the Raleigh Center early in the year. That didn't look promising for us, and then we kind of turned it around and played great basketball towards the latter part of the season, and then we got to Atlantic City and we won a tournament. That was easiest the best time here.